Hey y'all, welcome back to Moments with Miss Amy. I am so glad you joined me. And so today I want to talk to you a little bit about what I have going on in my life today, and that is anxiety. Honestly, today has been a struggle for me to push through, but you know what? I chose to do that. And so that's what I want to share with you guys about, because I know I'm not the only one out there that deals with anxiety. I know I'm not the only one out there who's ever had an anxiety attack. And so I thought, you know what, today I'm going to get on, I'm going to share this, I'm just going to be real, and I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the importance of pushing through and about some things that help me out. I am not a doctor, I don't even play one on TV, y'all. I know some of you are way too young to understand that one, but anyway, I am someone who is dealing with it at the moment, who has walked through it, and so someone who knows that these things do happen. If you are in a situation where it is too much for you, please do not hesitate to call a doctor, to call a counselor. Obviously, if you are suicidal, please call the suicide hotline. Don't take the things that I'm telling you and I'm sharing with you and feel that, oh, if I can't be at that level, then there must be something wrong with me. That is not it at all. We are all unique. We are all created differently. We are all created beautifully and specially and knit together in our mother's womb. But there's something different in each one of us. But sometimes there's things that we can connect with someone else on. And sometimes there's things that we do have in common. Sometimes there's things that people can share with us and they can help us to get through whatever it is that we're dealing with at that time. So that's what I wanted to do, is I wanted to pop on and share with you on that. So I'm going to start out, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about a couple of, a scripture, but a couple of versions of this scripture. And we're going to kind of go into it a little bit. I'm going to kind of talk to you about my day and some of the things that I've done. And I hope that it can help you out. So here we go. The scripture is 2 Timothy 1:7. Now, one version is, "For God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power and love and of a sound mind." The other version is, "For the Spirit God gave us does not make us timid, but gives us power and love and self-discipline." Now, it's kind of wild when you take those two scriptures and you look at them, and the one talks about a sound mind and the other one talks about self-discipline. But for me, I can see those two kind of married together. And so that's why I wanted to share both versions of this with you and talk to you about it. So this morning, I woke up, a normal morning, doing my stretches, doing my thing, getting started, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, I begin to realize that my breathing doesn't feel exactly right. That I begin to realize that I just don't feel happy, good. I don't know, I just felt off, and it's hard to go through and explain much more to that. No, it wasn't that I was feeling like my heart was racing out of control, although I know some people do experience that one with anxiety, but I just started questioning, and I thought, does it feel like maybe I've got a rib doing something? But it wasn't. Then I began noticing that I had like the tension across the top of my shoulders, and just all of that feeling like I'm just not right at the moment, and it's not a great space to be in. And I did that little self-eval, checking in on myself and making sure, okay, is whatever you have going on, is it something medically that you need to get taken care of? Now, obviously, we all have our own ways of evaluating where we're at and what's going on. And I paid attention to what I had happening, and I'm like, yeah, no, I don't feel like it's something that I need to be worried about. I don't feel like it's something, that I need to go and get medical attention. I feel like it's more something's just off in my energies. So one thing that I feel is important is checking in with others that are in your support group and letting them know, hey, this is what I've got going on. So I texted my daughter and checked in with her, and then I also checked in with my 3 amazing grandkids, and sent, everybody, I put us in a group chat, and I'm like, yo, here's what I'm dealing with. I really feel, my anxiety is really high. I'm battling things right now. I feel like maybe there's an energy shift going on, and I just thought I'd throw it out and let you guys know and see if anyone else is feeling it too, because if you are, you're not alone. And then also just to kind of give you an awareness that, maybe if something's feeling kind of off, that maybe it's the same thing. Maybe we're all dealing with some kind of an energy shift or something that's happening today. And I don't know. I don't know a lot about how that works with energies and stuff. I know some people are really into it. I just know sometimes I feel it when there's something different happening. But it just felt to me today like maybe whatever's going on is something that I need to experience. And not only experience it, but that I also need to speak out and share about it. So that's what I'm doing. So after I had gotten my shower and gotten ready, I had the battle of the clothes. Anyone who has any kinds of sensory issues can totally relate to this. Anyone who has any kind of anxiety issues can totally relate to this. And yes, that's where I was at. What can I wear? My husband and I laugh about it sometimes because, he would love to buy me like, the Apple Watch or a, bracelet or something. And we've tried them on me and I'm like, I can't breathe, can't breathe, can't breathe. And it's like, what does my wrist have to do with me breathing? I don't know, but there's times that this body's like, no, not happening. And so today I had to figure out what I could comfortably wear and be able to still look professional so that I could step into my office and be the professional Miss Amy, which I did, and yet it could be comfortable and I could be okay. So that was the first thing that I dealt with. The next thing is I remembered to do the five senses. So if this is not something that you've ever heard of or that you're not aware of, or maybe you just need a refresher on, we need to take our five senses. When we're in that moment with the anxiety, if we can stop and take a breath, and then take and go through our five senses. What can I see that can help me to, for one, be able to come into the reality of I'm okay and things are okay, but also for two, I like to look at something that makes me just feel good. I love to be outside. I love the ocean. I think you guys probably heard that on other videos. So if I can't get outside, I can watch a video on my phone of the ocean, hear the waves, see the waves, that kind of thing. But I went outside. So what I did was, for myself, it's cooler outside. Right now it's actually raining. I would not go out now, but it is cooler. And so I went outside and I was able to smell the fresh air. I was able to hear the birds and the other noises outside. I was able to feel the wooden swing that my husband built me. I was able to smell, I brought out my lemon ginger honey water that I like to drink, and so I could smell that as well as just smelling the fresh air. I was able to taste the lemon and the ginger, which was just uplifting and energetic and made me feel better. And so I just did all of those things, and then I worked on my breathing. So I did my five senses, I did my breathing work, and I changed my environment by walking outside, and I talked to my support people. Because by doing all of those things, it helped me to keep a sound mind, to level out, to not continue to freak out. And it also put me at a point of self-discipline. I was taking those steps and doing what I need to. Because I know God has not given me a spirit of timidity. Okay, yeah, we're going to scratch that one. God did not give me a spirit of fear. Okay? And so, here's the thing. I know that whatever it is that's going on, this too shall pass. If I just push through it and do things and make myself accomplish the things so that I feel better in myself that I did those things. Because I could have just said, oh, dang, today's a bad day. Let me just go back in bed, pull the covers over my head, maybe do a little Netflix, maybe just sleep, And I could have done those things, but then you know what? At the end of the day, I would have looked back and I would have been frustrated with myself. So then I would have taken something that was not a positive and allowed it to create a negative in my life. But I didn't. I chose to push through. I chose to work on my circumstances. I chose to keep on keeping on. Now, am I going to stand right here and tell you guys, I'm good, it's completely past, nothing's wrong, I'm amazing? No. And if you watched enough of my videos, you know, just by my tone of my voice, possibly the look on my face, I don't know, you know that I'm still battling right now. And you know what? That's why I'm on here. Because I want you to know you're not the only one out there battling. You're not the only one who steps out and does what it is they need to do, even when they don't feel like it. And I'm super proud of you for doing it. And you know what? As the day progresses, I'm going to continue to get better. And as the day progresses, as time progresses for you, you will too. Just keep on keeping on and remember to do the positive things that are going to help you to feel better. Turn off the constant negative news. Don't listen to the drama. Get away from all of that. Just surround yourself. Do the things positive that you can do. Put on some amazing essential oils. Patchouli or peppermint or something that just uplifts you. Some orange, something citrusy, whatever, so that you can get that positive feeling, and you can help to get your brain to stay focused, to have that sound mind, to have the discipline, to be able to stay out of that fear. So guys, I would love to know if this connected with you. If you have any thoughts or suggestions you can give me on how else to deal with days that are like this, I would love to hear it. Please put your comments down below. Make sure that you click like. If you haven't already subscribed, please hit that little bell when you do so that you'll get notified when the next video comes. And guys, thank you for being part of my circle that helps me to know that I'm not alone out here battling these things. So, I love y'all. Thank you for joining me again for Moments with Miss Amy.